Hey, what's up? Tyler here of Weekly Metal Reviews. I'm here with an album review, this time of Chevelle's, I hope I pronounce this right, La Gárgola. I have no clue the correct pronunciation of that. It's their new album. I'm a little bit late on this, but honestly, I had to let this album really sink in, and I'll get into that. This is their 7th record. This came out April 1st, I believe, so it's been out for a while, and it debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, I believe, which is fucking phenomenal. I mean, I know Chevelle's been pretty popular for a while, but still, that's pretty good. So yeah, I've been a Chevelle fan for a really long time now. It's just, when it comes to modern rock, there's a few bands that really stick out to me. Alter Bridge and Chevelle are probably the top two that I dig. Chevelle, I've always dug their very dark atmosphere. I love Pete Loeffler's, I hope I said that right. I love his vocals. He has such a phenomenal voice. I love their somewhat grunge influence, a little bit of a dark Alice in Chains like thing going on a little bit. I just like Chevelle's sound overall. I feel they're catchy as shit, and I feel, when it comes to rock bands, sometimes they have that song or a couple of songs and the rest of the album's just filler. I never really felt that way with Chevelle. I've always actually really enjoyed pretty much every album from them, especially Wonder What's Next and my personal favorite, Sci-Fi Crimes. But also albums such as Venacera was really good, and The Type of Thinking That Could Do Us in something like that. Record from 2004 with like the clincher on it and Vitamin R and stuff. I always get the title mixed up for that. But 2012's Hats Off to the Bull, I was not gonna lie, I was very disappointed with that album. It grew on me after a while. Songs like Same Old Trip and the title track really grew on me. But at first I don't know what it was about it. It just didn't really click with me. I thought it was a little bit a different direction for Chevelle, and I feel that this album kind of follows in suits of Hats Off to the Bull. But this album, like I said, I had to really let it sink in for me. I don't know why. At first listen, I was like, I can't dig this. There's nothing that stood out to me. But after literally 5-6 listens, I don't know how many times I've listened to this, it kind of clicked. But it didn't. It hasn't clicked as much as Sci-Fi Crimes or Venacera or something. But I must say that this is a good album. I don't think it's Chevelle's best work. Some things just don't work with it, and it's a little bit hard for me to point my finger there and be like, that's what doesn't work. But I think one thing that I feel kind of lacks about this is that there's no really absolutely standout track to me. Take Out the Gunman's okay. Hunter, what is it? Hunter, let me get it right. Hunter Eats Hunter, the 2 songs that they released ahead of time, that one's okay too. And another track that I feel is absolutely gorgeous is One Ocean, which that song's just phenomenal. But other than that, there's nothing like a Jars or The Red, Send the Pain Below, The Clincher. I could keep going on and on and on. I get it. Safer Waters, whatever. There's nothing that really stood out to me. Like, that's the track. But there's just a couple of really solid tracks on here. Take Out the Gunman is a very catchy song. It's very simplistic in its nature. I mean, Chevelle's not the most complex band, but they have had some really fucking solid riffs. One that really stands out to me is Sleep Apnea off of Sci-Fi Crimes, the very first track. I love that song. That song is so fucking good. And that riff is just so catchy. And Take Out the Gunman's good. I think the song An Island has a very catchy guitar riff. I love that one. The second one. And the first track, Ouija Board, is good too. But I might have to pick One Ocean as my favorite song, because Chevelle has always seemed to have that type of emotion to them, and that's why I love Pete's voice, because he can really, utilize different styles of vocals to really get his point across. Whether it's a harsh scream or something. But One Ocean, he really shows off his more beautiful side and a little bit of a range. And it's just phenomenal. And that song was just gorgeous to listen to. I highly recommend that track. And like I said, it's probably the one that really stands out to me. Another one that stands out to me is the song Choking Game. That's a phenomenal song. And overall, I mean, the guitar work is okay on here. That might be another thing where I feel Chevelle is lacked. Whereas with some of their older albums, in their career, the early ones, there was some really fucking good guitar riffs. I think one of my favorite, obviously, is the song "The Red." That guitar riff is just so cool, in like jars or something like that. And I know I'm pointing to their more commercial songs, their radio songs, but to be completely honest with you, those are the best songs. But I mean, not that their other songs aren't good at all, and they really have a lot of filler. It's just those are ones that really stand out to me that have great guitar riffs and just catchy stuff. And I feel that's the thing, is that they've gotten just a little bit, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just something's missing with their songwriting and putting it all together. It just doesn't feel as strong when you listen to it as their older stuff. It doesn't feel like they're out to accomplish something. It just feels like they're here to just make another fucking record and, tour and stuff. Something's just lacking, I feel, from the songwriting on this album. And hats off to the Bull, but specifically with this album. But it's not a bad album. If you're a Chevelle fan, I feel that you'll like this. I have to pick this up. I didn't want to pick it up right away because I didn't know if I would really dig it or not. Because I wasn't impressed with Take Out the Gunman or Hunter Eats Hunter when they first released them. I'm like, I don't know how this album's going to be. But after a while, it's really good. You take the song Jawbreaker, or Jailbreaker. Yeah, Jawbreaker. And while that verse is very groovy, I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't feel that these very sporadic vocals that just sound, off and stuff. I just didn't really feel that worked there. And that's just leads back to, I just feel that their songwriting's not as strong recently. I have complete faith that Chevelle can write another Sci-Fi Crimes or Wonder What's Next or whatever. But this is a good album. It has some good tracks on it if you're a fan of hard rock and a fan of Chevelle, definitely. So I'm going to conclude this review. Let me know what you think of the new Chevelle album. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not the best thing that this band has done either. So yeah, thanks for watching. We have some cool shit coming up. I know I feel like I say that all the time, but we always have cool shit. Gaming stuff. There's a couple reviews, couple discussions. Make sure you check out the most recent discussion of our favorite video game soundtracks. It's pretty cool, and let us know what your thoughts are on that. And there's a lot of albums coming out in April, dude. Oh my god, it's like overwhelming. I'm hoping to still get around to Black Label Society and Lost Society. Ha ha ha. And then coming up, we have like I Declare War, Mirror, Devil You Know, Aborted. Heavy shit. Well, I'll see you later. Toodles.